And so, what I want to add on top of that is, how do you navigate your business? And so, what would you define as your structure? Like, how do you start and how do you scale and then
100%.
multiply that?
I'm a one of the biggest advocates for the idea of replication. I think too many people, especially if you're trying to get to under 10 million, like any amount, starting a business is guaranteed, but until you're at $10 million in lifetime revenue, there's literally nothing you have to reinvent.
Hmm.
Everything you should be doing should be replicating businesses that have done exactly that. I think what's super funny, and I train a good amount of people now. I've spoken at a few events at this point, and what's so crazy to me is how many people think they have to, like, for lack of better words, think, decide. Like, I literally won't even answer people on some questions because I'm like, I could answer it, or I could just tell you, go look at a competitor that will answer it better. So I think if I was starting anything, I would ideally have someone around me that has done it.
Mm.
That's the idea of mentoring, coaching. Like, again, it's another thing. People hate the word. They think it's cheesy. I'm not paying someone, scammer. Like, fuck all of that. Either you can go at it yourself or go at it with someone next to you that's done it. It's like, it's a no-brainer.
Mm.
And in addition to that, copy hard, copycat, but copy the right cat.
Mm.
And I think if you do that, man, it's not even a question on if you do well, it's when.
Mm.
That's powerful.
No, I like, you got some gems. You got some bars right there. 22 spitting game. And so when you have like an investment in a coach or something, say you invest 5 grand or 30 grand that you said you invested in the other guy.
I just spent 40 grand with Cardone. I'm going next week. Yeah, I forgot to
Say you
mention
invest
that.
40 grand, what do you expect as an ROI from that amount? And how do you gauge that?
That's a fire question. I think once you have a business that's pretty, like, genuinely right now, between everything, like, if I did under $1 million a month, it wouldn't make sense. And that's just genuinely on, like, a data tracking and like KPI basis. It's something would have to really go bad.
Mm.
Between everything. So my perspective is, for me, it's like, for Cardone to give me a gem of a 4% increase is almost guaranteed. Not to mention that'd be monthly. Like, I always tell people, everyone pays taxes. If you flip burgers at McDonald's, you're making 36,000 a year. So times that by 50 years, you're gonna probably pay close to $1 million in taxes. It's a fact. Tax-free wealth, great book. Tell me we're right. Read that book. Guarantee you save 25%. That's a $70,000 an hour task.
Mm.
Yet 99% of the people who just heard that won't do it. So I think that you can get really valuable information, but it's how you use it. And once you're already making money, it's a lot easier to use it. So I think, especially for coaching, the ROI I see is fully in my hands.
Mm.
I'll never ask for a guarantee. The idea of a refund, it's not possible. I know I can learn from these guys. That Cardone's doing $1 billion a year. I think when you're first starting out, it's important to go to people who know that world, and don't go to someone who's used to training business owners that are already doing well. Go to someone who really you think understands you, and take your time. Think about it, sleep on it. When I was younger, I used to never think about decisions. Like, one of my biggest things, especially this year, moving on, like, I think about things. I'm moving to Puerto Rico now for taxes. I just got fucking.
I was just about to say, I know
I got
you're leaving.
I got bent over, man, by the fucking tax man a few months ago, and yeah, I'm making that move mainly because I could fly too. I like the little flight back and forth, but I don't know. I think, like, it's in everyone's hands, man. It's like it's right there, but people just can't grab it. They're getting distracted.